Right then, folks. It's 11:30. Well, just gone. We're about 20 to 12 actually now. We come out a bit earlier tonight because I want to get to bed a bit earlier. I've got gym tomorrow morning. Well, early afternoon. Midday. Start really, 12 o'clock. So, yeah. I want to go to bed a bit earlier so that I can be in a better condition than I was on Sunday at the gym. I went to bed late Saturday. Hi. Well, Amber's not here because she's had one baby already. That was about an hour ago. So I'll leave her to it for now, and hopefully by the time we get back she'll have had 2 and 3. A second and third, hopefully. Well, what she needs is peace and quiet. So overnight she will finish having her pups and she'll be fine. She's had pups in the past, so she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows how to take care of them, so she's a very good mum. So I mean, better than Lucy was and better than Mollie is with pups, you know, because what Amber will do is she'll pull her pups to her. Riley, get out of there. So if her pups are away from her, she'll use her paw and pull her pups to her nipples. Then get feed. Riley, this way. Good boy. Good bubba. So, yeah. So that's good. So she knows what she's doing. So, yeah, I trust her. She's had one pup now. So that means that she shouldn't have issues with pups getting stuck. Although that could still happen. But one's been born. So, and again, this one was smaller than her previous pups had been when born. So therefore, you know, she's had big pups before. So less chance that one will get stuck. So hopefully she'll be fine. She's not really huffy and puffy too much, so that's good. So yeah, all fun and games. I think some of the lights went on the car next to mine. Yeah. No, I can't see anyone there. Maybe they're coming back to the car. Don't know. Anyway, yes. Well, no idea what's going on tonight because Betty, the one who I going for a drive to get the pups in, her car's not there. Natalie's boyfriend isn't there right now. So, no idea what's going to happen tonight. Where? No idea. They're all out, probably. Yeah, somewhere. No idea where. But yes, that's cool. Anyway, doesn't matter. They are where they are, aren't they, really? They is where they is. That's a certainty. Well, also, the bloke next door to Betty, his car is normally parked in a certain spot. Well, his car's not there either. So I've got no idea what's going on tonight. It's weird. Yeah, there's usually Betty's car is there. Of course. And the bloke who lives next door to Betty, his car is normally there. Of course, Natalie's boyfriend's car is normally there. And neither are there tonight. Weird. It's what it is. Who's missing? Lucy! There you are. I got you. I see you. Don't know where you were, but you come here. That's good. Aye. It's all fun and games, so I say. With Amber, yep, she's had puppies before. She should be fine. And gym tomorrow. Well, as I say, I mean, I think the problem last time was they had changed things around a bit. That I was supposed to be on the 12 o'clock start on a downstairs one, the cafe weights. And yet, then when I got there, they said, "Oh, we're cleaning. You can't come in till 1:15," which was a problem because, of course, you know, there was so much I could have done. But then they finished at 1:15, and the one upstairs started at 1:15. So I didn't get anywhere near as much of a break before going upstairs and starting again. But with, you know, upper back and shoulders. Well, really upper back. I didn't really do shoulders last time. Should have done, but I didn't. Part of it is, I want to get back to the dogs. I've already left them for an hour. I want to get back to them. I don't think it's really fair leaving them for too long. I want to take them for a walk and stuff like that. So, but they can cope with it. And what I need to do tomorrow, before I go, is at least give them a play indoors. If not out. Give them a little play of some sort. Yeah? That'd be a good way to do things. Give them a little play of some sort, and then they can use that play and that tiredness to sleep when I'm gone, and that'd be cool. That's the way it needs to be. So if I can do that, but then I'll leave them for that 2 hours. I'll be home, and then they can have a play then. Well, that's what I've been doing. I get home after that 2 hour workout. I have the ribeye steak, then they have a play, then they get fed. So actually they have a play, and towards the end of their play, or when they've had their play, they go and get dinky out the garden, go get a drink, pee and poo. Then I put my steak on. Then once I've had mine, they've now rested for a while, they then have theirs. And so as soon as I finish mine, they have theirs because they've rested after play. So any Huffy Puffy is gone. So you've got to make sure that the Huffy Puffies are gone before they have food. And so, time I've eaten. By the time my food is cooked and I've eaten, there you go, Huffy Puffy's gone. They have food, then we have a kip. Well, saying that, I've already had a kip. Because I get up after breakfast, I have kip. Well, the reason why I have to have kip after breakfast is because of the fact, with the sleep apnea, when I wake up in the morning, I don't really wake up very well at all. I don't know why. It's just, that's the way it is. It could very well be simply a case of because I think I need to kip. I need to kip. Maybe that's it. And maybe I've just got into a bad routine of kipping after breakfast. Mollie! He's over there with the swing bit. I don't remember that. Smiley buddy! Come on, boy! Smiley, come! Wait, Smiley! Come! Come there. Come on, Bubs. Come on, Bubba boy. Come on, Bubba boy. Yes, you is. Was you having a play, Riley? Was you having a play, my boy? You was having a play. Good boy. Okay, we'll find some bot-bots, eh? Should we find some bot-bots? Leave that. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was either. So, gym tomorrow. Same thing as when it was Sunday. I would guess it would be chest first. I don't know if there'd be someone else in the small area, because there's only 2 people allowed in the one downstairs. Oh, that's a good point. I'm not booked at 12 tomorrow. No, I'm booked at 1:15. Tried to rebook it. I was originally booked at 1:15. I tried to rebook it for 12. It was full. Couldn't do it. I think on Thursday I'm booked for 12. So 12 is better. But hey ho, it's okay. 1:15. Yeah, so I can relax a bit more. Yeah, okay. That's cool. But yeah, so be the same. It'd be chest and chest. Pretty much down there. As I say, I could do arms because I've got an hour. But again, if I'm giving it plenty of time between reps or sets, plenty of time between sets, then yeah, hour's not that long really. But with the cable crossover, after a warm up, my starting point has to be the point that I couldn't do last time, which is 64. The 64 kilograms on either side, left and right, on both sides, and start with that. I mean, it could just be I couldn't do it the other day because I'd already done 50, 55, 58. That 64 was just a bit too much of a push after doing those 3 already. So this time go straight to 64. Yeah, fresh. After doing the warm-up and then resting for a couple of minutes after a warm-up, 64. And then see how 64 feels. If 64 is relatively easy, then next time go with the one higher, because ideally what I'm looking at really is 80. If I can go 80 with both, as you come, then yeah, that's the aim, because that's what I weigh. So if I can do 80 with both, then that's the equivalent of, well, I mean, you could say 160 on a bench press, but it probably isn't. I think that's being incredibly generous. So probably about 140, you would say. You could do 140 on a bench press, and that's cool. I don't need any more than that. Couldn't care less about more than that, really. I mean, 100 would be cool, because, 102. Because that's double my age. So that's cool. That'd be fine. I'm not going to particularly complain about that. If that's the level I can do with bench press, that'd be good. Mollie, come. Mollie! Wait. Come on. Called you twice, didn't I? Once should be enough. Come on. Come on you go. On you go, pup. Love you. Love you, Mollie Collie. Even though you can be a bit of a dozy, I love you. Indeed. So yeah. As I say, with the cable crossover, looking to do hopefully 80. If I can get to 80 with both sides, then that'd be good. That would be good, but I don't know. So 64 was a tough one. So put another 20k or 16k on each. Yeah, that could be tricky. That even with a bit of work, that may be just a bit too far. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. It's worth a go, isn't it? Give it a go. I mean, that's nearly the whole stack. So actually, if I'm going to do 8, I might as well try and do the whole stack. Might as well try. Right. And then, yeah, start doing, the proper chest press. Really. Although, again, with that, the thing with that is that using the Smith machine is fine, because the Smith machine acts as a spotter for you, really. But if you haven't got a spotter, it's not a wise move, really, to be trying to go heavy with chest press, because you get yourself into a lot of trouble. If your technique is even slightly dodgy, even bigger trouble with that. You can injure yourself quite easily. So it's like, yeah, I mean, even that Smith machine is downstairs with the cable crossover, so probably just stay downstairs in the first sessions. I imagine that's quite likely, because that's a good way, because you just do that. So it's like, yeah. Well, the idea would be, if I get to a certain level with the cable crossover, well, then I'll focus pretty much on the Smith machine and increasing the weight on that, so I can do better with that. And then what I'll also do with that is, with the cable crossover, you can do your chest when you're standing up and pushing the weight forward, push it forwards out, and when you've got the pushing downwards to do the lower chest, lifting upwards, basically to shoulder height to do the upper chest, and from chest height right in front to do the middle part of the chest. So again, with that, you don't do anything as heavy as you do with the bench press cable crossover method. So again, there's improvements that can be made with that. Come on, this way. Come on, this way. Mollie Collie. Come on, Bubs. Come on, hurry up. So we're going to have one more walk around. I was going to do two. I had for my dinner, I have had quite a lot of biscuits. Coffee and tea without biscuits today as well. That was a concerted effort to say, right, I'm not going to have any more biscuits. Just have this tea or just have this coffee without. Occasionally that's a good idea because, you know, it's saying you don't want to do that. You don't want to keep, you know, pushing those calories into your system. Bad for your teeth and all, really. So it's like, yeah, okay. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I was saying for food, I had boiled potato with some pulled beef. And that was quite nice. Yeah, no gravy this time, just a bit of margarine on the potatoes. The dogs have some potato themselves. Come here, wait there. Again, this is what I find annoying. That car's been sitting there all the time. As soon as I turn up with the dogs, and the dogs are going to run towards it, the car decides, right, now we're going to go. Now we're going to reverse. Pain in the butt. That's annoying, it is. Because if I just let my dogs continue walking, they'd have been behind the car when the car was reversing. You know, not clever at all. Some people, but it is what it is. There you go. Yeah. I don't know. As I say, I mean, that was my food. I also then had peaches with some custard. Custard and peaches. And that's nice. Because, of course, peaches, again, with most of my diet being pure protein, or protein pretty much, with biscuits, yeah. Yeah, vegetables and stuff like that, I don't have a lot of that. So I had peas yesterday, I had peaches today, and I had potatoes today. So, a bit of carbs, yeah, a bit of goodness from the peaches. I mean, peaches are something that's good for you, I guess. Exactly what, I do not know. But I was pretty full after that. I didn't really need anything else. So that's good. I've still got some peaches and custard to go for, not tomorrow, it'll be the next day. Because tomorrow will be mainly protein. And then if there's any room for pudding, which there might be, might not, I've got the hot cross buns that I just toast. And then put some margarine and jam on. That's a nice thing for supper. You know, I don't know why, you know, I like suppers, I just do. I like to snack around about sort of, you know, 9ish. Have something else before bed. Yeah, if there's a little hole that has to be filled, there you go, fill that. Did a video earlier, and I think it was the Ferry Village Woods walk and talk, and somebody then asked the question to that video of, you know, does the Bible say nasty things about dogs? Come here, you lot. Come here. Again, what's this car doing here? Jesus Christ. Where are they going? That's over there. Again, why park there? It's parking over there. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, here's what it is. Come on, this way. Yeah, he then asked, doesn't the Bible say nasty things about dogs? And I said, well, why didn't you look? Why ask that? Go and look, go and find out yourself before asking that comment. So I had a look. It's like, yeah, the people that translated, like the King James, were lazy. That's what I think was the case. I mean, can't see God being that lazy, because they use examples as when they're describing someone who's unholy and someone who's like to go to hell, they call them dogs. Now, we in society used to call bad people dogs. Yeah. It was just an explanation that we used. That dirty dog, when you're describing a person. But the Bible uses that. Yeah, when describing a fool, it talks about a dog returning to its vomit. And yeah, some dogs do that. Well, with mine, if one dog vomits, that dog that vomits generally doesn't go back to its food, but one of the other dogs will do. One of the other dogs will eat that. It saves me cleaning it up, so you can have it. I don't care. You want it, as long as it doesn't make you sick, you go for it. Extra food. You know, that's fine, go for it, you know. I've got to clean it up otherwise, so that's fine. You go and do what you want to do. Yeah, that's cool. So, it is what it is, you know. So I put a few scriptures there. But it's like, well, but look at the word dog. It's the reverse of God. Because it's the reverse of God, the reason why it's the reverse of God isn't because dogs are the reverse of God. It's because they're very, very similar to God. In the way they love unconditionally. In the way that they just love you. Doesn't matter what you do, they love you. Every day they love you. They don't care necessarily about the things you do or say sometimes. They still love you. It's unconditional. It's not like the love from a person, which is conditional upon you being nice to them. You know, saying nice things to them, etc., etc. You treating them well. Dogs will be loving towards you, whether you treat them well or not. Now, of course, you should treat them well. Of course you should, because one of the most horrific things to ever see is a dog that's been abused still going up to the abuser, trying to be loving towards that abuser, giving that abuser really, you know, still hoping that abuser will be loving towards them. It's a horrible thing to see, but it's unconditional love. They will love you anyway. And for God so loved the world, even though the world is a dark and nasty place, yeah, full of sin, full of people that are self-obsessed, that couldn't care less about each other, yet alone care less about God. God still loved the world. God still gave his son, you know, to pay for the sins of those that have been and are and will be. Because he loved the world. Because he loved the people. His creation. And that love was pretty much unconditional. Although, just because the love is unconditional, it doesn't mean that getting into heaven is unconditional. Because that's completely different to God loving you. God loves those who are going to hell. Yeah. Again, that's an incredibly awful thing. Yeah, God will have to judge people that he loves. And condemn people to an eternity in hell. Even though he loves them. And it's because he gave a way out. He gave a way to people to avoid going to hell. But if people don't choose that, if people choose to live their life the way they want to choose their life, then it's up to them. Yeah. God can't suddenly say, "What? Yeah, I gave you a way." That's why in the Bible it says that Yeshua is the way, the truth and the light. because that was the whole point. He was the way to Father, to God. You go through him to Father God. So he was the way, is the way to Father. Mollie, come on, mate. Keep up, my boy. There's a good bubba. So as I say, God has given everybody the possibility of coming to him. Now, anyone who's listened to my messages, finally move, will know all too well that I say quite clearly that, in many ways people haven't been given a fantastic opportunity to get to know God because the church has been dysfunctional, and that is true. That is very, very true. But you've still been given a chance. See, every single person will be given good opportunity to get to know the Lord, to repent, and to be set free. You finished peeing, Riley? Okay. Ready to move on? Come on, this way. We're waiting for Riley, weren't we? I think Riley's finished peeing now. You alright, boy? Riley, okay? All done, mate? Good boy. Alright, so... yeah, as tough as that message is, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. And I, for one, I'm never going to try and water that down to be a people pleaser, because that's not what it's about. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. Is the church going to get sorted? I don't know. We had this message given that in a year's time God's going to sort the church out. Problem is, we've had so many different prophecies that God's going to sort the church out. Is this the one that's going to actually make it happen? I don't know. I hope so. I mean, the world is in need of a church that is functional. Come on, this way. Oi! You coming or not? Come on. Laying down there while I'm walking. Come on. Pay attention. Donuts. Oh, well. So, as I say, church-wise, don't know. I mean, hopefully we'll get sorted. Well, because without a church that's actually doing good and functioning well, it's hard. So much harder because, you've got to try and do God's work and do things God's way without a functioning church. And yeah. Well, so put it this way. Yeah. What people don't understand about the situation with God is that we are the body. Right? The church is the body of Christ. Right? Now, the head is God. Christ is the head. Now, the body can't be guided without a head. And if the head isn't guiding the body is not going to function. And the thing of it is that the body has been trying to guide itself without the head. It doesn't work. It's never going to work that way. And unless that gets sorted out, unless the head is actually guiding the body, we're in big trouble. We can't really function anywhere near how we're supposed to function. Hello. Come on, Mollie. Will you stay up, please? You're getting worse than Mollie now. Keep on. Stay behind, just sniffing. All he's doing is sniffing. I think it's because he's now mated with Amber. These pups, I do believe, are Riley's pups. His first litter. Well, Well, because of that, he's now got a lot more interest in sniffing around for dogs and peeing over the scent of male dogs and sniffing for female dogs. It's a dog's life, as I say. But yeah, church-wise, I don't know. I hope that this will be the time that the church gets right. And that God gets his church right, focused on him, where he can lead the way and he can lead us into the next chapter. Yeah, where we can lead people to him and set people free from their past and from the issues that they have. These are all the things that matter. So as I say, without God leading, that's incredibly difficult to do, to say the least. Incredibly difficult. Because the problem also is, Mollie, will you stop stealing? That's Riley's. Riley. There you go, Smiley Riley. Yeah, as I say, without God leading, it's really difficult, because you try and sort of do that, but then you bring people into a church, and the church is dysfunctional. The church isn't focusing on God, it's focusing on comfortable Christianity. It really isn't Christianity, it's religion. But it's comfortable. It's not really challenging anyone, it's not really pushing anything properly. Difficult. Don't want to see that. That sort of church has to die. Not the people, the church. The congregation, the way that people are doing things has to end, has to die. Has to finish. Because it's not God's way. It's highly dysfunctional. It's always been dysfunctional. It's never going to be anything other than dysfunctional. Doing things that way is no good at all. You're not helping anyone. All you're doing is you're just creating this comfortable sort of church environment that's useless, to say the least. And it's like, sorry. I don't want any part of that at all. I don't mind going to a church where, you go on your Sunday morning or Sunday evening. It should be both, really. Should be both.